How's it, Taurus? So this is going to be a general reading for August 2021 for Sun, Moon, Venus and Rising signs. Cross watchers are also welcome. Cards are charged, they're shuffled, they are ready to go, so I'm going to jump right into it. I'm just going to do a recent past, current situation, near future. I'm going to take all the cards out at once, all the clarifications out at once, and then show you what you get and talk you through everything. Okay, so let's jump right in. Okay, hey Taurus, so it's all ready for you, so I'm just going to grab the camera and just give you a quick pan view of the reading, and then I'm going to talk you through it. So yeah, 1 second. Okay, so this column shows your recent past. You got the Two of Swords and the following scenario, and then for your current situation, you have the Chariot with the Five of Wands. They came out together, so I'm reading them as one situation, and some clarification on that. Okay, and then over here, your near future, you got the Ten of Cups in reverse and the Eight of Cups upright. So once again, they came out together. So I'm going to read that as one thing, and then clarification for that. And then this over here is the overall energy for your reading. Okay, so let me talk you through everything quickly. Okay, so first thing is I want to discuss the overall energy. So for the overall energy, you got the Empress, and I'll just read what it says. So it says domestic comfort, security and protection, motherly love, material and emotional abundance. So this is your energy, and basically you are the one maintaining the home life. You're the one who's nurturing those around you, and deeply caring for them, and putting other people before yourself quite a lot, in fact, and that's a major factor in your reading here. So now this card is clarified by the Seven of Swords. So there's somebody who's been deceiving you, and possibly being manipulative. This is just a card of deception, cheating, lying, that kind of thing. And also you have the Page of Cups in reverse. So this is you keeping your creative aspirations to yourself and not really discussing them with anybody, and keeping them very private. And yeah, and also in some circumstances you seem to put them on the back burner as well, but that will come through in the reading. It does, in fact, quite a lot. And then also Four of Swords in reverse, which tells me that you have not taken the time to heal yourself. And also throughout the reading there's a theme here of pushing yourself to your limits to help other people, which means you simply just don't have the time or the energy for yourself. And that is something that you need to look at, it actually. So yeah, that's the overall energy, and I'm going to discuss the recent past situation with you. So for your recent past, you got the Two of Swords in reverse, and this says a time to pause, reversed. So this is hidden lies, mistrust, deception, and dig deeper to get the truth. This is in your recent past. So someone that you were dealing with was deceiving you. And you became aware of it as well. So clarifying the Two of Swords, first of all, you have the Five of Cups in reverse and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Five of Cups in reverse, there was disappointment in a loving situation here. And then the Five of Pentacles in reverse, that is the ending of a difficult situation. And also the fact that the number 5 is repeated told me that the number 5 is significant. And in numerology, the number 5 represents change and embracing new experiences. Now, the Five of Pentacles was clarified by the Judgment and the Eight of Cups. So with the Judgment card, you had an awakening here where you realized that you deserve better for yourself. And so you moved on from that situation with the Eight of Cups in order to pursue something better. But it wasn't an easy thing for you to do. This was quite a difficult decision to make. But it turned out for the best. Okay, so yeah, now the situation following on from that is you have the Six of Wands, which is triumph over obstacles, success, victory, that kind of thing. Now that got clarified by quite a few cards. So first of all, it got clarified by the Seven of Wands and the Five of Wands. So this looks like the difficult situation that you had triumphed. There was conflict surrounding you, and there was something here that you were putting in a lot of effort to fight for it, but it wasn't really worth that effort. Like the juice wasn't worth the squeeze, really. But that's putting it quite lightly. So that was a situation you overcame, and it looks like you did this by going off on your own, being alone by choice, and deciding that that's the best thing for yourself. And it looks like it was in fact the right decision to make, because then you get the Queen of Pentacles. And I'm actually going to read the definition from the book for the Queen of Pentacles, because I think it explains it really nicely and just in a very concise way. So I'm just going to get that quickly. Right. Queen of Pentacles. You are the ultimate working parent. You care for your family and domestic responsibilities while also making a living for yourself and creating financial abundance. you maintain a healthy balance between home and work. So for those of you that don't have children, you just have a lot of people dependent on you, and that's what's coming through here. So people you care deeply about rely on you quite a lot, and you actually manage to care for them quite well. Now, adding on to the fact that I think that this was a romantic relationship that you had to walk away from, you have the Lovers card, and that is clarified by the Six of Swords and the Devil in reverse. So, two things I need to touch on here. The number 6 has repeated in this situation 3 times. So the number 6 is it represents love and what's what I'm looking for? Sacredness. Yeah, so number 6 represents love and sacredness. And now the Devil in reverse, this is a toxic tie or an addiction or something along those lines that you were aware of and you knew that you had to release. For those of you, some of you were dealing with a Capricorn, and I'm saying that because the Devil card represents the Capricorn sign, and also Capricorn's reading was very similar to yours overall. And there's an airplane coming, so bear with me. Right, okay, yeah, so clearly this relationship, for those of you, if it wasn't a romantic relationship, it was deeply important to you, but you were aware that it was a toxic relationship, and so you made the decision to walk away from it, to move away, which was a very difficult decision to make, but you did do that. And as a result, yeah, you became very much independent, on your own 2 feet. Now with the Queen of Swords, once again, it has a very nice definition in the book, so I'm going to read that out quickly. Okay, so for the Queen of Swords, you are determined, resilient and smart. You think more than you feel. You will not tolerate mistruths or excessive fluff. Instead, you get straight to the point. For this reason, many value your opinion. So really independent, clear-cut, no nonsense kind of energy about you. Really empowered, which is brilliant. But there is something else here. So with you being really clear-cut, no nonsense, you really do communicate yourself quite well, and you communicate your needs. At least in this situation, you did. But there's something else here. Despite that, though, you were lacking faith in yourself and the universe, perhaps just lacking faith in the situation in general. Yeah, which I find interesting, because at least here it looks like you handled it really well, but something here you didn't really have any faith in. Perhaps you didn't have faith in the other person, which looks like it's fair enough, if I'm honest. Yeah. And also, just adding on to this, you also got the Nine of Cups reversed, which is just being unsatisfied, emotionally, discontent, indecisive. Indecisive is 7 of Cups. Yeah, so just discontent, unsatisfied, that kind of thing. Yeah, and this, the next thing, the Knight of Wands in reverse. This depicts somebody who you thought you could rely upon, who you thought was sincere, and it turns out that, they weren't. And this is the situation, this is the person that you walked away from with the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. And then at the end of this recent past situation, you get the Hermit card, which is you being on your own, but by choice, and just doing some, I guess, like personal journeys, inner progress, focusing on yourself, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's what I get for your recent past situation. I just need some water, bear with me. Right, okay, so for your current situation, you got the Chariot, and this is completion and triumph, end of an arduous journey, well-deserved rewards. And then also part of this situation though, you have the Five of Wands, which is a card of conflict, and it says you are being tested, conflict surrounds you, however, this is superficial and will pass. Hold your position, pay attention to detail. So even though you had overcome a major obstacle, and I think this is relating to the recent past situation, not everything is perfect and smooth sailing at this point. There's still some stuff that is causing you stress. And I'm going to get into the clarification of that now. Sorry, there's a spider. It's very fast. Okay, right. So you got the Ten of Pentacles, which is, I would say, the card depicting this success, this triumph of yours. So domestic comfort, wealth and opulence, that kind of thing is depicted with the Ten of Pentacles. So very comfortable domestic life over there. But you now find yourself in a leadership position, and you don't feel prepared for it, possibly out of your depth, and you're struggling to find balance with the Temperance in reverse. This looks like it's tying in with you not really having faith in yourself, that I mentioned in your recent past situation. So this is probably still an aspect for you. From what I see, there's no need for you to lack faith in yourself. I mean, it looks like you're dealing with this and handling everything really well, even if it doesn't always feel like it. Yeah, just thought I'd mention that. Now, with this conflict, okay, so you got the Ace of Wands in reverse, and that's talking about frustrations in a creative pursuit. In this case, it's because of outside people hindering your progress and slowing things down and just making it very difficult for you to continue on this aspiration of yours. And also, seeing as the Ace of Wands is in reverse, you haven't really told anyone about this creative project, it looks like. And just a bit more information on this creative project. This is something that makes you very, very happy with the Sun card. So you're clearly passionate about this. And you are guided to this by your higher self and your intuition. So intuitively you know that this is something that you need to work on. And you enjoy working on it. But progress is slow. It's being hindered. Actually, once again, the definition in the book was really good. So I'm just going to bring that up again quickly. Ace of Wands reverse. Oh no, that's the wrong one, sorry. Yeah, okay, here we go. So it says, in the reversed position, the Ace of Wands indicates frustration in creative projects. An initiative that has taken a great deal of your time and energy is languishing due to bad timing or people problems. In this case, I'd say people problems. When this card appears, travel plans and celebrations can be delayed. So, yeah, that's how the conflict is affecting you here, I'd say. And also, following on from that, you have the Four of Pentacles, clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. So, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the tarot deck, and when he's reversed, he's not going anywhere, so progress has halted. And I'd say that this is in connection to your creative pursuit, and this creative pursuit was something that you were doing for yourself. So the definition said that one aspect of this Four of Pentacles card is self-centeredness, not in a selfish way, but doing things for yourself, focusing on yourself and doing things that make you happy, kind of thing. And that has temporarily stopped. And I say it is to do with this creative pursuit of yours that is languishing. Yeah. I know I'm probably just like reiterating stuff you already know at this point, but I'll get to the advice later on in the reading, because it becomes more apparent in your future, which we're moving on to now. Okay, so for your near future, you've got the Ten of Cups in reverse, and that says social life feels out of kilter, and or an individual is causing disruption. This should be temporary. Also, the Ten of Cups tends to be a card about family, just if that applies for some of you. And also part of that, you have the Eight of Cups again. So possibly being forced to leave something behind. So what it says is a major turnabout, ending established relationships to safeguard future. This pain will pass. Yeah. So it's like history is repeating itself. So it's possible, it looks like you're actually stuck in a karmic cycle here. And reason why you're stuck, reason why karmic cycles repeat is because some lessons weren't learned. And so the cycle repeats until you learn all of the lessons in that cycle. And that's what I'm seeing in your near future. It looks like the cycle repeats one more time, at least. So let's just get into that quickly. So, sorry, I need some water again. I'm back. So, first up is the Moon card in reverse. And, yeah, this is about choosing to... Yeah, this is about choosing comfort over progress. Once again, definition in the book, so concise, otherwise I'd spend way more time just trying to explain it. So the book had a very good definition. One moment. There we go. Okay, so the Moon, reverse. Once again, the wrong one. This one I wanted. Okay, yeah, here we go. Okay, so opting for comfort rather than future payoffs. The Moon reversed can also mean that you are deceiving yourself about someone, and a situation or arrangement may not be what you expect. In this position, the intuitive Moon can show people or events in a deceptive light, so careful examination should be your watchword. Yes. It's possible that you might be choosing to stay in a situation that's deceptive because it's familiar to you, and so you feel comfortable, or it's not really comfortable, it's just familiar, but that changes very suddenly because you have the Tower card, and the Tower card is a card of massive sudden change that is inevitable, can't really be avoided. And you have 3 cards that came up with that, and I believe that these are just giving a bit more detail into this Tower scenario. So it starts off with you being really overworked, spread very thin, and overwhelmed and overpowered, and then suddenly you get the Chariot, which is then triumph and success. Well, yeah. So triumph after an arduous journey. So clearly there's a Tower moment here that brings about massive, great change for you, and is very much in your favor, which is really good. And how that ties in with the Moon, that could be what you need to kind of get you going and to start embracing the change and moving on from the familiarity. And I'm saying that because you also have the Towers in the Moon card, and obviously seeing as this Tower was a good thing for you, this might, you know, get you to move towards the towers, figuratively speaking, and kind of get you out of that murky water. It's also possible that with this tower moment, to do with the deception, you're possibly just done with it, and with the Eight of Cups energy, moving on again, from whomever this may be. Right, okay, and next up you have the Queen of Cups. This is very maternal, caring energy. And when I say maternal, I don't mean that you know either you or the person is female, just their energy is feminine and very motherly loving, you know. For those of you who don't have children, you just care very deeply about those around you, and you know, you help them out where you can, and you listen to them with your heart, and you know, it's very, very caring, loving, compassionate energy here. But the thing is that it looks like in this sense it's a bit overpowering, and I'm saying that because of how it's clarified. So it's clarified by the World card, which is a card about completion of a cycle, completion of a karmic cycle. So now what came out with the World card is the Nine of Wands reversed, which once again is about being overworked, burnt out, and about to give up, even though you are so close to finishing whatever this situation may be. Like, you're so close to completion. And then you also get the Justice card, which tells me that you are aware of cause and effect, and you are aware of how your actions will affect other people. So it looks like you then force yourself to see this through, without really thinking too much about it, because you're just exhausted. You just probably don't have the energy to analyze. But the unfortunate thing is that this spontaneity looks like it leads to regret. Just because, you know, the pre-planning wasn't entirely there. And for that reason, you don't quite escape this karmic cycle. That's why the World now shows up reversed. In clarifying this World card, you have the Nine of Swords and the Five of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is stress, anxiety, sleepless nights, insomnia. And when it's reversed, all of that is just intensified. So it looks like you just put a massive amount of stress on yourself. And then also with the Five of Swords, this talks about a win-lose conflict. Just kind of like, just odds are just against you here. Once again, let me get the book, because I like the definition it had in here. Let me see. Yeah, Five of Swords. You have been engaged in a win-lose conflict. Trust has been broken, and you feel that you are acting in competition with others, rather than in collaboration. Look for common ground or seek forgiveness to move forward. Now, I have the sense that the advice here is to make time for yourself. It looks like with this karmic cycle you're stuck in, one of the lessons you need to learn is how to love yourself enough to put yourself first when you need to do that. Because remember, in your overall energy, you got the Four of Swords in reverse, which means that you weren't taking the time out to heal yourself. Reason being is because you are spread too thin looking after other people, and you are allowed to put yourself first. It's necessary. How are you supposed to help people when you don't even have the energy to help yourself? You can help far more people when, you know, you look after yourself first. Does that make sense? And I think that's why you're stuck in this karmic cycle. It looks like that's the last thing you need to learn, because you are so close. You are so close to getting it right. But then you decided to make an impulsive decision to help others, which is very nice of you, very compassionate, and clearly it's habitual for you because this showed up in your recent past as well. But you gotta learn to, like I said, look after yourself first. Let yourself heal. Give yourself some breathing space. Don't always put your needs on the back burner for other people, no matter how much you love them. You know, you gotta love yourself more. You know, it's not vanity. It's self-preservation. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, so that's the advice that I'm getting for you here. And now, last but not least, in your near future, this might make you happy, because this is great news. But you're not quite ready for the great news is the thing. Okay, so basically, in your near future, someone comes towards you with a love offer. I have a feeling that this is romantic for a lot of you. I think, in fact, I feel that it can only be romantic. But the problem is clarified by the Ace of Cups, which means that you're not ready for it. Yeah, you know what? Let me just get the book again, because it was. I really like this book. It has really concise definitions, and it just saves me time from like waffling to explain the vague energy behind it. So give me a second. There we go. Right. Ace of Cups reversed. Yeah. So a new creative project is calling. In this case, I'd say a new emotional investment is calling. But you are not ready to heed the call or go public with your creative pursuit, or go public with this new love offer. So you are keeping it contained, but you are experiencing a flood of emotion. Yeah, so it's possible that you're just not ready for it. Also because you likely haven't healed from the first one, which, okay, first of all, I need to commend you for that, because you have enough emotional intelligence to realize that jumping right into a new relationship is not a good idea before you've healed from the previous one, because hurt people hurt people. The fact that you realize that is incredible. Honestly, Taurus, you are dealing with so much, but you are dealing with it so well. Honestly, I am really impressed by you. So I hope this helps. I am going to pull some oracle cards for you, so I just want to clean this up, and then I'll do that quickly. So give me a second. Okay, so with these oracle cards, they have images of sacred geometry on them, and these images are visual representations of the energy that's in the title, and then also they have a description of that energy. So what these do is, as you look at the image, they affect you subconsciously, and basically they just help to kind of alter the energy that you hold. So the ones that jump out will be the energies that you need to focus on and hold on to. So yeah, I'm just going to let them fall out, read you the energy and show you the card, and then all you have to do is just pause the video and look at each image for as long as you feel like you need to, and then that's all you need to do, really. You may choose to revisit this video just to, you know, reinforce those energies. But yeah, let me just get into it and we'll see what comes out for you. Right, okay. You got quite a lot, so let's just dive right in. Okay, so number 34, passion. Oh, there's an airplane again. 1 second. Right, okay, so as I was saying, 34, passion. The frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. Right, next, number 40, soul time. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge, one that embraces the concept that while the corporeal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. So some of you should probably start meditating to help you heal. Oh, the glare. There we are. Right, next up. Number 25, emergence. The frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. Right. Number 2, the sacral chakra. The frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. So for some of you, your sacral chakra needs to be charged and needs attention. Oh, I can't get the glare out. There we are. Cool. Alrighty. Next up, number 13, coherence. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. Okay, next, number 10, authority. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. Alright, last but not least, number 26, empowerment. The frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we all are connected through the same source. You know, source energy, God, basically. Okay. Alright, so that is what I have for you, Taurus. I really hope this helps. Let me know in the comments if it did. I would love to read them. Yeah, and I will see you next time. Bye, Taurus.